Okay, in this video, I'll go over some ways that you can predict your CMLL. So all these cases are coming out of the second block. You're doing something and you'll notice that your CMLL case does not change while you do something. So I'll show you the most common one that people use is when solving your first and second block with the incorrect centers. So in this case, I swapped the second block center with the first block center. Uh, So often maybe in first block, you'll, I guess I'll set up something. So maybe you have something like this that you see for your scramble. So you notice that just solving this pair is all you have to do if you don't care about the center. Note a lot of times it is better to solve the center, but let's say in this case we're not going to do that. So we have these two that need to go over here. So I'll just solve it like that. And then we solve second block as normal. And now we have to fix our centers. So we do that right after we finish second block. And what you'll notice is fixing our centers will do something like this. But these moves do not affect how the corners, it does not affect our CMLL case. So we can recognize our case, our CMLL case, while fixing our centers. And then when we finish fixing our centers, we can go right into solving it. Now there are a couple variations to this. So different centers can be swapped in. And if this is a yellow or white center for the blocks that I have, we'll see that when we solve it, the top and bottom colors will be yellow or white. If we have a red or orange, then when we solve it, we'll have red or orange on top. And of course, usually you don't want red or orange on top. That'll be misoriented for your last 6 edges. And you don't really want to have to fix your M slice, your centers before doing your CMLL. So best case scenario is if you have this blue or green swapped in or out. Next case that is very good. This can just go in with your natural solving, so you don't have to do anything funky. Is when you have your whole second block solved except for one edge. So something like this. Everything is solved except for one edge. So your last pair, all you have to do is insert this edge. And normally people do something like that. And so notice you do M and U moves. You come back. The CMLL case did not change. So let's say we have a anti-soon case here. And we just want to insert this edge. So while inserting this, we notice it's an anti-soon case. And then right when we finish second block, we can go straight into solving it. And of course that'll work for for the back edge as well. And also DR if you want to do that. Though DR can be done in a better way using S moves. So if we can solve DR like this, so you notice that your CML case did not change. And I guess another case is if it's in the back, or if it's flipped this way. All those cases, the CML did not change. So while you do it, you can predict what you will need to do for CMLL. And I guess you can also do this for first block, though I think I rarely do that. Yeah, this one is hard to do. I guess while you're solving second block, you have to, like maybe you realize something, it might be hard to get this solved and then solve this pair. Maybe you just solve this pair and then solve the next pair and then do that. That one I do less often. The first two tricks are ones that I do more often. And then the last trick I'll show you is when you solve your second block like this. So your lines are off. So after you finish doing second block, you go straight into fixing your first block. And you'll notice, again, the CML doesn't change. And maybe it's worth to do this on purpose sometimes. Like, who knows, maybe like, maybe your first block looks like this. And you notice, and you could do that for first block and then solve your second block. And then go straight into doing that. And then while you do this, of course, you predict what your CML case is. So I think that's about it for cases I'll show. And not sure how helpful all of them are, but it's good to know. Maybe it can be practiced and it can help your times, I guess.